Hey, what's up? So, the title of this is The Nation Keeps Killing Martin Luther King Jr. And that's pretty much what's going to keep happening. It just won't stop. It just won't. And why do I say the nation keeps killing him? Because they they don't change. People don't change. And because people don't change, it's an exploitation of how stupid people are. And I get it. It shuns people. It might drive them away from me. People don't want to hear about how stupid they are. Nobody even wants to think that they are stupid, especially if you consider yourself average or whatnot. But see, this isn't about IQ. IQ has nothing to do with this. These are sometimes subconscious, sometimes unconscious routines, biases, or biases. It's one of them. Um, and it can be all sorts of things, but it's not about your IQ level. It's not about what school you went to. It's not about what degrees and PhDs and things like that. It doesn't matter what job you started, what job you left. It doesn't matter about how many kids you got. It matters about your thought process. Do you change from what you are to what you need? And if you're not willing to change, then are you really allowed to complain? See, it's one thing to not vote because your person isn't there and you complain about how things are. That's one thing. But if you don't change you, how do you change anything else around you? Because when people look at you, when they talk to you, they're also searching for themselves. And if you're stuck where you are, repeating the same mistakes, how can they then be inspired for their own changes that they're probably too afraid to make due to probably present companies or belief systems or whatnot? So that was just a preface of why I'm saying what I'm saying and why I do what I do in all my videos. Because the true ownership of any society is not just the ones listening to this, but it's also the one talking within this. That's me. If I can't change something about me, then what am I going to tell you other than the same mistakes that I've been making? So I have to be able to evolve past this. And why I keep talking about change and why am I talking about you and me? And because this goes back to what's going to happen this year. On Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday, actually it's going to be a week before that, maybe even a couple before that, that's when all the quotes and remembrance and, the I Had a Dream and the March and Selma and all of these things about Martin Luther King will come up. But you know what? Nothing too much comes up about the followers of Martin Luther King. Nothing comes up about them. I mean, did Martin Luther King by himself do all this stuff? Or did it take a mass following of people and peer pressure to help get things? It took a few battle strategies. It took Selma to understand. When they crossed that bridge and they got annihilated and decimated, and it was on TV for all those that had preconceived notions because if they were in their own belief, they didn't know black people suffered. They thought black people caused the problems. And those who were indifferent were more like, I don't have any proof that they caused problems, but I can only go on what the TV is going to tell me and what my friends talk about. So when we do our thing and we talk about Dr. Martin Luther King, which honestly I only talk about him in this regard because I just don't care. I don't care because there's nothing important about Dr. Martin Luther King anymore. We keep killing him. Everyone keeps killing him. The Republicans are going to use his quotes to justify the crooked stuff that they're doing. The Democrats are going to say, yeah, he was a good man. He did some things. We'll remember him. I remember this quote, yada yada. My dad marched with him, or I don't know. It'll be something. And then the progressives will be like, wait, let me correct any and everything that's being said and done. Let's hold feet to the fire. Let's hold them accountable. Then the progressives, the big time, the social media giants, they will definitely talk about things that Martin Luther King did, what he said, what he meant, why he did it, what came of it, what we should be proud of, and most likely you'll hear about how that is American, that is America, that's democracy, that's freedom. Yeah, okay. And after Martin Luther King's birthday comes and goes, it bleeds into Black History Month, which is my birth month. And many people that, well, not many, about three people that I know, their birth month. And there's lots of people out there that was born in February. So it's going to bleed into Black History Month. Will Black History Month be about Black history? No. Will they talk about the first Black woman to open up a comic book store, or the Black woman to own a coffee shop? Will they talk about they'll definitely talk about Martin Luther King. You know, there'll be the George Washington Carver debate, you know, about peanuts and stuff, and was he white, was he not? I don't know why there's a thing. They will talk about Colin Kaepernick. They will talk about the military. They'll reroute that back to Martin Luther King Jr. They will do a whole lot of stuff. It's going to be about Martin Luther King Jr. So, I mean, he's got the end of January. He's got all of February. He will have a tiny bit of March. It will kind of bleed away from March, and then slowly but surely in little tidbits pick back up when you've got these politicians running for president. So that's my prediction. That's what I think is going to happen, because it keeps happening. And every year this happens. It's not helping. Nothing gets better. Nothing changes. Nobody does anything about anything. And all it is this about Dr. Martin Luther King? Or is this about your views, your subscribers, your political points? Because I can't wait for Donald Trump to say something about Dr. Martin Luther King, get it completely wrong, get fact-checked by social media giants, and then that become a hoopla for about 2 or 3 days. And it's going to be worse if he does it on Twitter. So, I mean, nothing changes. That's why I opened up the way I did. Because nothing changes. And honestly, it hurts. I would like to see change. You know, talk about Dr. Martin Luther King and have not just a message, but an action. You know, that's why I don't get involved in it. And I wish that those that were so passionate about it and so let me justify all of this using MLKJ, I wish that they would do something other than get views and subscribers, brownie points, head nods, and do live shows to get super chats where they only acknowledge those who give money. I mean, right now, Martin Luther King Jr., he's really nothing more than a piggy bank. He's not even worth being what he set out to do. But hey, I guess that's life, right? I mean, we take something, we bastardize it, claim how righteous it is, fight for it, to do nothing just to fight for it again, and claim that we've done something great with that argument, when all we've done is just stay right where we were. Maybe that's the great illusion. What do you all think about this? If you got questions that you'd like for me to talk about, please send me an email at questioncr@gmail.com. You can talk to me on my Discord channel. You can definitely go to minds.com/comparative reasoning, one word. You can, I mean, if you want, you know, we can chat anywhere. And hopefully one day I'll do live events. Maybe. I mean, just talking to you. But I would probably need some more subscribers for that, where I could just talk and answer questions and whatnot. I don't need 1,000 people for super chat. I just need enough people to chat. So this is Cedric Kennedy for Comparative Reasoning. Thank you for listening.